Hello people, I am Jabby Kuwait, joined yet again by Kristen Stephenson Pino. And we're looking at Carryminati versus Arctic Fox at Carryminati. This is from Arctic Fox's YouTube channel. If you like the video that we're about to watch, please make sure to head over there, give the original video an upvote, and consider subscribing to their channel. They're at 108,000 subscribers, so I imagine they would like some more. Anyway, we have subtitles thanks to Humorous Love. So thank you, Humorous Love, for making the subtitles. You guys, please make sure to hit that bell icon, all notifications, so you get notified every time we drop another video. Here we go.
Poor guy.
Oh, so it's not just LA? What is happening?
He's showing off his bag.
Everyone loves
also,
the backpack.
now he's sexy.
What?
Oh.
Any backpack that does this is like a beer ad. What the hell?
I'm so sorry. See, listen, this keeps happening on the set all the time. You know, I understand this, right? But you see, the next shot is the most important shot for us. इस shot को देख के सारे bags बिक जाएंगे. You get it?
Sir, bag बिके ना बिके मैं जरूर बिक जाऊँगा.
No, Gary, we want to show the people that without this bag, you are nothing.
थोड़ी ना sex machine है. इसके बिना क्या ही कर लूँगा मैं?
I'm glad we're on the same page. Let's take 10.
Oh my God.
मैं ना थक गया हूँ इस बकचोदी से. फैंटेसी दिखा दे जो कभी पूरी हो नहीं सकती. बनियान पहन के 10 गुंडे पीट दिए. अबे जब 10 लोग मारते हैं ना तो बनियान की जगह चड्डी को मिल जाती है. और वो डियो नहीं, वो तो मैजिक पोशन है. फुस-फुस किया और बेवॉच चालू. क्योंकि दिमाग में कोडिंग हो रखी है ना, जहाँ इतना की महका है उस दिशा में भागो. कोल्ड ड्रिंक पी के एडवेंचर स्पोर्ट्स कर रहे हैं. पहाड़ों पे पहुंच गए. एक घूंट मारी और छलांग लगा दी. हेलीकॉप्टर से फिर ऊपर आ गए. फिर एक घूंट मारी, फिर छलांग लगा दी. अबे कब तक काटेंगे लोगों का? सब बकवास है, सब कुछ बकवास है.
Bakalasha.
इन ब्रांड वालों के ऑफिस में ना हर साल रियलिटी कला घोट के चढ़ दी जाती है. और बॉस कहता 22 सालों बाद मरने के बाद भी यहीं भटकोगे. ये बनाते फैंटेसी वर्ल्ड जहाँ तुम्हें मिलेगा फालतू का ग्लैमर, जबरदस्ती की क्लास, भाड़े की लग्जरी और मेरे जैसे चिकने चूते जिनकी आवाज भी डब कर देते हैं. नहीं ठीक है, ये बढ़िया बैकपैक है, बढ़िया गेमिंग बैकपैक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. PUBG के लेवल 3 जैसा दिखता है. इसमें मेरा कंट्रोलर, हेडफोन, चार्जर सब आ जाता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. इसमें तुम अपना गेमर टैग भी कस्टमाइज करवा सकते हो. और ये बैग ही है, गधे को घोड़ा नहीं बना देगा ना.
Foundation.
A call from a lot of money.
अजय, क्लाइंट का कॉल है यार.
पेमेंट होगी? Hey Sridhar, my main man, what's up? Like it? सर इसे पहन के तो गधा भी घोड़ा लगता है. क्या बात कर रहे हो सर? सर फाड़ है बैग. और मैं तो कह रहा हूँ जिसने बनाया ना उसके हाथ से हाथ कटवा देना. हाँ. अच्छा सर, जो लास्ट महीने की पे ओके सर, लव यू टू सर. बाय बाय. थैंक्स. करवा लो मजदूरी, पेमेंट हो नहीं रही है, गर्मी हो रखी है. ऐसे क्या देख रहे हो? करना पड़ता है. पैसा पैसा होता है. अब चलो मुद्दे पे आते हैं. ये एक अच्छा बैग है, मैं तुम्हें बता सकता हूँ इसकी ये जिप है, वो लॉकर है, पर तुम्हें कितना ही फर्क पड़ता है. तो इसे पहन के तुम कूल लग सकते हो, पर तब भी इसका जो पर्पस है ना वो सामान रखना ही रहेगा और चेंज नहीं हो जाएगा. ये इसके कोई चैनकुली मैनकुली वाले सीन नहीं है. ये तुम्हारी जिंदगी बना नहीं देगा, करोड़पति नहीं बन जाओगे तुम, और कोई लड़की नहीं चिपटने वाली. ठीक है, कोई भी प्रोडक्ट तुम्हारे सपने पूरे नहीं कर सकता. उसके लिए तुम्हें खुद घिसना पड़ेगा, खुद मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. तो ज्यादा सोचो मत और अपने सपनों के पहाड़ से छलांग लगा दो. डाइव इन. वैसे अभी तक तुम यहाँ पर आई गए हो तो एड देख ही लो क्या बना है.
That's actually pretty cool. I mean, it seems like it's padded well so that your controller doesn't get damaged. What the f-
your dreams with the all-new gaming backpack, Arctic Fox. Dive in.
Mohit! इन्होंने 8 को 12 घंटे खींच दिया है। तुम मफिन और नमक पारे पैक कर लीजो।
That was great.
I love him.
Anti-ad ad. That was pretty clever. The most notorious ones are the beer ads.
Yeah.
Where someone pops open a beer and suddenly they're surrounded by babes. Oh my God, I want that beer, even though it's just adding calories.
But you know what?
What?
It's a fact. It's factual.
How is that factual?
I want to explain. When you pop open that beer bottle, right? How many have you had? Everybody's a babe after that.
Oh, I see.
I'm just saying, it's true. They're not lying.
I mean, you're distorting your own reality is what you're talking about.
I mean, I take in a few beers and I'm looking around and everybody looks beautiful to me. I'm like, damn. And then once I wake up,
See,
I'm like, oh.
I don't ever have that. I have confusion. I have that thing where it's like parallel where I go, okay, I'm finding you more attractive, but I know that you're not. And so like I had an instance with a char once where we were at one of my favorite bars and there was this girl I was talking to and I was very drunk. And I got like, look at me, I got like this close to her.
You did not.
I got that close to her because I was trying to figure out.
You're trying to look at her, you're like, maybe if I go like this,
I was trying to figure out.
I can see you much better.
I was trying to figure out if she was attractive or not. I couldn't tell. I was like, something's off. Like something's just so weird. And I looked at her and then she leaned in and kissed me. I'm like, hold on. I don't know. Hold on, I'm drunk, but I'm not that drunk. So I didn't say that. I'm not gonna go any more into that story. It was awkward. It was a very awkward evening followed by awkward days because she had my phone number.
But this is very relatable.
I thought,
in this industry.
Yeah.
You sit there and they call you. No, what'd you think about the product? Oh, it's great. Yeah, I love it. And then you hang up. You're like, I don't care.
I was thinking about you when he was having an issue with the client. I was like, I feel like Kristen's gone through this very conversation. For me personally, I've only had that happen to me once. And I can't say what the product was because I'm legally binded not to say what it is. They didn't even show me the product. They just explained it to me and I'm like, that's what you're selling? You're just basically repackaging technology that's been around. That's what you're selling? But there is an ad I did for Xbox and they showed me the thing and I'm like, that's dope. And I got genuinely excited. So usually like if there's a new product that I'm part of, I usually get excited. Hasn't been a backpack though. My favorite part of this whole video is the very beginning when he's like smiling at the girls and they're like, ugh. Like, and he's just like being nice and they're being such a bitch to him. And I'm like, this is so relatable. I feel like this is the kind of thing you'll find in LA all the time. Not if you're Kristen Stefan
He's like,
Sampino.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say I can relate to that, but if a guy like him, that kind of sounded bad.
Yeah.
But if a guy smiled at me, I'd smile back. I don't do the, ugh. Like I'm like, hi. Sometimes that backfires because then it's like a welcome mat. Come on in, talk to me. I'm like, oh, damn.
So there's this woman I met through gymnastics many years ago, and I was at a club in Hollywood, and I saw her, but I couldn't place where I knew her from. And I walked up to her, I tapped her on the shoulder, she looks at me and I go, do I know you from somewhere? She goes, no. And she walked away like that.
What'd you do?
I'm like, damn, because she thought I was using it as a pickup line.
You probably were.
No, I wasn't.
Lying to yourself.
No, I wasn't.
Your ego.
I wasn't. And so I walked up to her and I was like, hey, you're Steve's sister. She goes, oh. And she like her whole tune had changed.
I like that you went back though. You're like, no, I know you. Now I need to like show you that I know you.
Yeah, exactly. So there was only one other instance where I did that. It was a Cheesecake Factory. I was with my best friend Courtney Wright, and there was this girl sitting across the way, and I thought I'd met her through, like you've gone with me to influencer events,
yes.
like to screenings and stuff, and I thought maybe I met this girl there. I go, hey, do I know you from somewhere? And her friend goes, do you know her from somewhere? Is that the best line you can come up
Stop.
with? I'm like, damn. It's hard enough to walk up to a girl.
I have one that's kind of worse than that though.
Okay.
Because I had a guy come up to me and was like, oh my God, Kristen, hey. He like full on acted like he knew me. You don't remember me, do you, right? And I'm like feeling
He said
bad.
your name.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, you don't remember me though, do you? He's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I totally remember you. And he goes, no, you don't, we never met. And I was like, damn! So ever since then, like I was like, because normally, people do that, and then they're like, remember? Yeah.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, he's trying to be a butthead, make me look stupid, and he did, okay? And I was being nice and be like, yeah, I totally remember you. So now, if I don't remember you, I'll say, I'm so sorry, I don't remember you anymore.
That's probably smart.
And now I'm like, where's it from? Instead of trying to like go
the odds of you coming across another dude like that is like 1 in 1 billion.
It was rough.
It's unlikely you're gonna come across that type of Chad again. If someone asks you, don't I know, you could just say yeah, but like from what
I've been like rejected a few times, I was on the dance floor. My girlfriend was just like,
How are we? What is this segue?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know. We're talking about rejection.
Okay.
He got rejected by 2 girls, you know, and then he's like sitting there.
Well, you didn't have the backpack. If you
That's what happened.
If you had the backpack, you wouldn't have gotten rejected by, you said women or men?
No, it was a man because I went to try to dance with him,
Uh-huh.
and apparently I guess I'm not very good. And he
You had
looked
the
at
backpack.
me. He looked at me. He said, "Oh hell nah!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Dude."
Yeah. See, if you had the Arctic backpack, then at least you would have had a shoe thrown at your head. That would have been, something, a prize to take home.
Yeah.
Spoils of war.
I need that damn backpack. This backpack looks pretty.
The backpack
pretty
does
nice,
look
though.
cool. Like
It's really nice.
I'm not in the habit of taking my gaming stuff anywhere anymore because I'm too old for that. So for all you youngins, this is dope. But when I was younger, like I would love to take my games to friends' places and whatnot and transport it and whatever. They demonstrated how cushioned it is. And one of the things that always worried me was like my PlayStation controller's analog sticks getting messed up in the process of transportation. So I actually think this is cool. And I would consider getting it if I was taking my games around with me and stuff.
I'd use it for something else.
For makeup. But the great thing about this ad was it was calling attention to itself, the fact that it is an ad. And like this is actually the best kind of ad for this thing because it gets your attention. And
It makes you want it. Even if you didn't want it,
Yeah.
you want it now.
He's literally saying it's just a backpack, but it's a cool backpack. And it makes you appreciate and respect the company and the product even more because it's not like the Range Rover at the peak of a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Which is like
They're
most
being
people.
honest. They're being honest about the product.
Most people don't take a Range Rover to the peak of the mountain. They're just driving through the city. I'm like, why do you have such a like mountainous vehicle when you live in the city, you idiot? There's just a big car. And so anyway. Gas guzzling bitch. Yeah, I thought that you'd easily relate to the client conversations because you've had way more of these kinds of jobs than I have.
When I'm doing like reviews on like product and stuff, I'm very upfront about it. And I'm like, hey, if I don't like it though, I can't tell people that I like it.
Yeah.
I can say, hey, this is what it is. Like I had this dress, for example. It was really cute. Everybody loved it. But I did tell them it's cute. And for the price, it does its job, but it's not good quality. It's just cute for like, and it will probably fall apart after like 2-3 uses.
How'd the client feel about that?
Well, they liked my picture. But I did already say that, you know?
It's so hard to be honest.
hard.
It's hard to be honest, especially when you're like trying to just further your career. I was offered an opportunity to do a very, very big collaboration with a celebrity who will remain nameless. The thing about it is, I already know how a large portion of my audience feels about that celebrity. It's not positive. And I said to the in-betweener, the client manager, I was like, look, I'll do this collaboration, but I need to call out the fact that this person is disliked quite a lot for very particular reasons. And nothing criminal, by the way, just very particular reasons. They're like, yeah, we don't like that. I'm like, look, if I do this collaboration and I don't call it out, my audience is gonna be angry at me for not calling it out, so I have to.
We gotta stick with your like credibility, you know?
Yeah, and they're like, okay, well, we'll get back to you, we'll think about it. And then I just never heard back. I'm like, well, there you go. That's the thing is like, that's the price you pay for having principles, is, you know? But I already knew it was gonna be much worse for both he and I, or she and I. You know? They and I. It was gonna be much worse if I took the job and didn't call it out. So it was like, it wasn't worth it for, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is fun, and I
liked
appreciate it. Yeah, this is a great video. This is actually very tame.
was sharp.
It was tame for Carryminati. He's usually a lot more crass. He used like one F word in the entire video. I thought it was a fun video, and it was a very, very smart ad. I like it. I might
liked
consider
it too.
getting it for, if they sold it over here, I would consider getting it. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Check out Kristen Stevenson-Pino on the social media, and in a movie near you at some point. She might be in India. That could happen. That hasn't been confirmed. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
I don't know if I'm allowed to either.
All right.
There's a possibility though.
It'll just be one big long bleep.
I mean, if it's on there, it's on there. We'll see.
All right, you guys. I'm Jabby Coy. This is
Kristen Stevenson-Pino.
Peace out.